Today in history, January 27, 1606. The trial of Guy Fawkes and his fellow conspirators of the Gunpowder Plot begins in Westminster. 1778. American Revolutionary War. Marines land at New Providence, Bahamas. The American flag flew over foreign soil for the first time. 1785. First U.S. State University chartered in Athens, Georgia. 1825. U.S. Congress approves Indian Territory, clearing the way for forced relocation of the Eastern Indians on the Trail of Tears. 1853. U.S. whaling and sealing vessel the Levant, captained by Mercator Cooper, makes the first known landing on mainland Antarctica at Oates Coast, Victoria Land. 1888. The National Geographic Society is incorporated. 1943. World War II. 8th Air Force bombers, dispatched from their bases in England, fly the first American bombing raid against the Germans, targeting the Wilhelmshaven port. 1948. Timely Comics' Two-Gun Kid #1 hits the stands. 1948. Wire Recording Corporation of America announced the first magnetic tape recorder. The Wireway machine with a built-in oscillator sold for $149.50. 1951. Nuclear testing begins with Operation Ranger at the Nevada test site. First of 126 nuclear tests. 1956. Elvis Presley releases the single Heartbreak Hotel on RCA Records. It became his first million-selling single. 1966. Joe Henderson records his fifth album for Blue Note, Mode for Joe, at Van Gelder Studio in Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey. 1967. Apollo 1 crew members Gus Grissom, Ed White, and Roger Chaffee lost their lives in a flash fire while rehearsing the launch. 1967. The Charles Lloyd Quartet record their album Lovin' in concert at the Fillmore Auditorium in San Francisco, the first jazz group to play at the Fillmore. 1967. Cold War. Treaty signed banning military use of nuclear weapons in space. 1970. John Lennon writes, records, and mixes Instant Karma during a 9-hour session. 1973. The Paris Peace Accords were signed, ending United States military involvement in Vietnam. 1986. Frank Zappa's Does Humor Belong in Music?, a live album featuring concert recordings from 1984, is released by EMI in Europe and Japan only. In 1995. Ryko issued it for the first time in the US, Zappa's first album to be released on CD only.